Yeah, the thing that happened is, you know, the popularity of anime really, within a couple years of when I got into it, just really started skyrocketing, and it was on regular television. You know, there was Sailor Moon, there was Dragon Ball, there was Pokemon, and so it was really starting to get to be popular, and, you know, conventions were popping up, and it was becoming, you know, more and more mainstream, and people were watching it, and the kind of the skyrocketing popularity of anime in general, that continued for several years through what I like to call the glorious, holy, and blessed year of 2004, which was absolutely the best year ever for anime. And the industry was going really well. Everybody was working all the time. It was great. And then everybody got high-speed internet. And when that happened, everybody started downloading it online, and then the industry went, and it imploded. And that started in about 2005. And then it shrank down, and after several years it started sort of sprouting back up again. But it's like when the phoenix sort of tried to be reborn, instead of like a big phoenix like this, it was like a little hummingbird, like. So yeah, you know, it's back, it's there, it's popular, but the whole like structure of the industry has changed. The profit margins have changed dramatically. But you know, a few of us are still kind of hanging on to the edges and working as much as we can. So, yeah.
Speaking of all that, do you think, like, the way the internet's kind of changed the industry, do you think it was a positive change, or do you think it's more negative?
That's hard to say because, well, I mean, the main result has been just less money, like so much less money. It was already, believe it or not, it was not ever really a super profitable industry to begin with. There weren't, you know, billions and billions of dollars that the actual production companies were ever seeing. So the profit margins are just razor thin right now, and the production companies are seeing a very, very small return on their investment. So overall, I mean, it's really difficult because if there's less money to make new things. And one of the results has been, of course, now, used to be almost everything had a 26 episode season. And you hardly see that at all anymore. I mean, it's almost all like 12 episodes, 13 episodes. You know, that's pretty much what you get. There's just not the money to do the longer seasons. And you kind of also see a lot of the same stuff over and over again. There's a lot less of an ability to really go out and try to create something new. Infinite Stratos, I really should have mentioned this when I was talking about Infinite Stratos earlier, but it's actually based on a series of very, very popular light novels. And as of this time, that series is not finished. So we had to be really careful, as did the original creators of the 2 seasons of the anime, because we don't know where it's going. Maybe even the writer of this series doesn't know where it's going. I don't know. So you have to be kind of cagey about being too definitive about what something means if we don't really know, because it hasn't finished yet. But obviously the popularity for anime is still huge. There are a lot of people interested in it, a lot of people watching it, a lot of people coming to conventions, but the whole structure of the industry has changed dramatically. Like the number of people who are working in it, for one thing, the number of studios who are producing content, all of that has shrunk dramatically, very dramatically. Yeah. But we all still love it. So. And you know, another big thing that's really changed in the last few years has kind of gone back to the way things were 20 years ago. Is a lot of the shows now that are coming out are only subtitled and not dubbed. And again, that goes back to what I was saying about those razor thin profit margins. It costs money of course, to dub a show into English. You've got to have the script writer. You've got to hire the cast to come in and record it. You've got to have a sound engineer, all the post-production. So this is many, many thousands and thousands of dollars to go into that process. And if they don't think it will create enough additional sales, then they're not going to do an English language version, just because, if you're not going to make any extra money from doing it. It's like if it costs, and I'll just make up some numbers because I don't really know the numbers, but let's say if it cost you $20,000 to dub it, but you'll only make an extra $5,000, then what would be the point? And like I said, those are entirely made up numbers because I really do not know the numbers. But you get the point.
Because what was it, Gurren Lagann? It originally only came out subtitled, I think.
Yeah. Gurren Lagann was a show that, this was back during the whole implosion that happened with ADV back in 2007 or 8, I can't remember exactly, that ADV had the show. They were going to release it. We had recorded the first 5 episodes. That the DVD was ready to ship. I mean, it was packaged. It was in the shrink wrap. It was done. It was ready to go. Volume 1 with 5 episodes. Gurren Lagann. It was out. It was ready. We screened it in January. I guess it was January 2008. I think. At Ohio Con, the first 3 episodes, we showed it there. It was coming out, it was ready to go, and no. And so then all of that went away, and then it ended up going out to California and got dubbed out there. So I was Yoko.
Was it fun? Was it fun doing that character?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun until it got taken away. So
Sorry about that.
I might have liked Yoko if you was there.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I really loved working on that show. I was very excited about Gurren Lagann. So excited. But and Brett Weaver was fantastic. Oh my God, it was so good. And Josh Freely. Josh Freely, he was in it as well. He was Simon. His name is Simon. It's Simon. It's an English name. It's Simon. Simone is a woman's name. Just saying.
You guys said Simon in the dub?
Yes, because it's an English name. It's an English name. Simon. We know how to say Simon. Yeah, in Japanese they also say Edward Eriku, but we don't say that. We say Edward Elric because we can speak English. So yeah, so there's that. I know. Ooh, wow, this is the interwebs, and people will be like, "Oh, Tiffany Grant said blah blah blah."
Do I need to?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm old enough that I give a crap about anything. So there you go. There's Tiffany not giving a crap.
It's trying to be respectful.
8 minutes. 8 minutes. Does anybody have a question? Yes, nice lady in the red shirt.
What are some contemporary voice actors that you find yourself admiring?
Oh, that's a very good question. Contemporary voice actors whom I admire. Well, you know what? Honestly, Lucy Christian. Really, she is so fantastic, and I really admire her range. I think she's really incredible. Somebody else who I think is amazing is Hillary Haig. And she doesn't have the same kind of range as Lucy, but the thing that I love about Hillary is her spontaneity, and that she is just always on. She's great. Now, please keep in mind, we do not record with each other. This is one person goes in at a time, and we record only our characters. We don't record with each other. But obviously, I'm very, very familiar with the recording process. And this is what I always hear about Hillary. Hillary's always standing in the recording booth, and she's reading a People magazine, Entertainment Weekly. She's reading it, and they're about to record something, and she's reading it. And she's perfect. She's not even watching it. She's like, la, 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 and then she says her line, and it's fantastic. They're like, it's amazing. She's like some kind of savant. So I think wow, that's incredible. Anyway, Hillary's great. And John Swayze. John Swayze's incredible. He is, according to anime, the website, Anime News Network. John Swayze is the most prolific English voice actor, which is probably true because he's in just about everything. He doesn't necessarily always play a lead. In fact, he usually doesn't. He's usually like a bad guy or supporting guy or the heavy, but he's amazing. I love John Swayze. And he does a lot of radio and TV commercials, and I love to be driving along in my car and I hear John Swayze on the radio, and then a couple minutes later I hear a different commercial and it's John Swayze again on the radio. So I love John Swayze. 5 minutes. Anybody in the 5 minutes got the questions about stuff in the things? No.
Are you working on any?
What? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Are you working on any voices for any recent video games coming out? Or?
No, I've only ever done 2 video games, and they were so many years ago, like 15 years ago or something. I'd have to actually look, but I did something called Unlimited Saga. I played 2 characters in that, yes. There was Armic, who was a little sort of a creaturey thing, and Michelle, who was like a lady warrior person, and Deus Ex 2, Invisible War. I was in that, and that's so many years ago. It was awesome. I liked doing the video games, but no, sadly. Yeah.
My question's also video game related, actually.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if you liked video games 1 and 2, if there were any video games coming out this year that you were interested in.
I don't play video games. I'm really addicted to this Vegas solitaire thing on my Kindle that I play obsessively. But like real video games, I don't know. I've never seen the 2 that I did. So I bought a magazine when Deus Ex 2 came out because there was a really good review of the video game in there, and it said that the voice acting doesn't suck. So I bought that magazine. I was like, well,
About as good as you're going to hear about a video game.
Didn't suck. Good for us. It didn't suck. Awesome.
Are you working on anything at the moment?
No. I did some small parts in a couple of shows last month, but the thing is that I'm usually not working on something in the sense that you would think of it, because let's say I get hired to come in and do a part on a show. Okay, like we said, they're usually about 12 episodes now. For the most part, if I had a large role, I would go in for a couple of days, for several hours each day, and then I would be done with it. And it happens during the week. So here we are on the weekend, and that's it. I mean, I'm usually, and I don't even know when it's happening. Like the last thing that I did, which was just a week or 2 ago, I got called about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and she said, can you come in tomorrow morning? So that's how, Sometimes I do know a few more days in advance than that, but, Monday I could very likely get a call to go and do something on Tuesday, but I don't know what that is yet. Ooh, I can't talk about it at all, but I am auditioning on Tuesday for some kind of cartoon web series featuring adorable animals. Yeah. Anyway, it's not anime, but I would still love to play one of the adorable creatures. Oh, your sad thingy is falling over. Okay. Alrighty.
I'm still away, and then she'll be sliding again soon.
Hooray! Okay, thank you.
I'll take the credit anyway.